Voice Your Vote Arizona Senate race might be getting more crowded. Reports out of Washington say Kari Lake is getting ready to run with an announcement expected in October. Here's ABC 15's Mark Phillips with how this might change the race.
The audience may be new, a farming community northwest of Columbus, Ohio. But Kari Lake's stump speech over the weekend sounded a lot like Arizona 2022.
They call me the most dangerous politician in America.
Lake revisited themes familiar to Arizona voters: rigged elections, defending her legal battles over a lost election, and the second coming of Donald Trump.
I'm voting for with every ounce of my being. I want him in office.
If the speech in Ohio is a prelude to his Senate run in Arizona, longtime Arizona political watchers believe Kari Lake needs to change the script.
The biggest challenge that Lake faces is the fact that now independents and unaffiliated voters are the largest group in the state of Arizona.
34% of Arizona's voters are either independent or unaffiliated. It's the largest voting bloc in the state.
They are incredibly influential in the general election. No single party can win a statewide election alone.
But Paul Ben says Lake's views on election fraud and banning early voting are in stark contrast to the views of most independent voters. Republican political consultant Stan Barnes thinks Lake will have learned that lesson from her loss in the governor's race.
If Kari Lake comes into the race, I'm sure she will talk a little bit about election integrity. I don't know that she'll make that her number one issue. It hasn't worked for her.
On Wednesday, a Lake spokesperson said, when the rigged election trampled on the sacred vote of Arizonans and stole Kari's victory, they only strengthened her movement. If Kari decides to jump into the Senate race, she will win. As of today, Pinal County Sheriff Mark Lamb is the only announced Republican U.S. Senate candidate in Arizona. Congressman Ruben Gallego is the Democratic candidate, and yet to be determined is incumbent independent Kyrsten Sinema. Sinema has not committed to a second term yet. Mark Phillips, ABC 15, Arizona.